Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Move that butt. Move that butt. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, turn around. Hi. Hey there, everyone. It's Anthony, back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi. Hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that stuff. That is good. Hi, hello. We're out here just doing a little walk. School just got out for the kiddos, the high school, so there's a ton of kids walking around. We're going to try to make our way back here into the neighborhood so I can respond to some comments. Yeah, try to get through some of those. But I did a little drone shot. I'm going to probably play with the drone a little bit more, hopefully. Okay, she's off. Play with the drone a little bit, incorporate those shots into this video if I can. I just did a quick little follow me, but we'll try to do a couple more. But yeah, so hope you're doing well, and I'll give you a couple of quick status updates on life. Work's going good. Everything's going good. I'm feeling pretty much 100% now. I have my last dose of antibiotics to take this evening, and then that's it. So feels like it's gone. Whatever, the infection has been kicked. My stomach's still a little messed up from the antibiotics. Oh, potty break. So yeah, stomach's still a little messed up from the antibiotics, but definitely getting better. And hopefully now, after tonight, when I'm done with the antibiotics, that'll return to normal. So I'll be back to 100%, which feels like it's been a long time. Come on, buddy. Come on. So yeah, and I've got our Apollo's nail trim and dog wash tomorrow afternoon. Today's Friday, the 22nd, the time of filming this. So we've got that in the afternoon. And then, what else? Ready? Hop up. Okay, down and up. Good boy. And then no other real big plans for this weekend. Just hanging out. I guess one big plan, so sorry, I'm like trying to get my bearings of like, what do I need to cover? So at work, we have a competition that we're doing for Christmas that is a advent calendar competition. So one of our HR team members bought these advent calendars, but they're a big wooden village. And then it has like the different days that you can slide the little wreath around to denote which day of December it is. So we're broken up into 3 teams of 4 or 5, and we each have a theme that we've been assigned, and we have to decorate the Advent village with things to match the theme. And then they'll have the other people in the company come down and vote for their favorite one. So we've done gingerbread competitions in the past and other things in the past, but this year it's the Advent. So I had a meeting with my team, or the team that I'm on, yesterday. We're coming up with ideas. One team got Rustic Christmas, another team got Candy Cane Lane, and we got Winter Wonderland. So I'm usually not super into these competitions, to be quite honest. For whatever reason this year, I was like, all right, I'm gonna get into it. So we were all throwing around ideas. I'm like, what if we did, like, most people are gonna do a daytime Christmas scene probably. What if we did an Aurora Borealis, like nighttime winter Wonderland Village. So I was like, the concept is a snow globe essentially with the Aurora Borealis and the mountains in the background, and then the village. Then we'll have a train going around, and then an ice. Somebody wanted to do an ice skating rink, and then another person's doing a sled hill. Then somebody else is doing a hot chocolate cart, like a miniature. And then we have to have a tasting element. So we're gonna do a hot chocolate bar. And then we found these little figurines on Amazon that are gingerbread sledding on donut, like a mini donut as the sledding tube. So we're gonna do mini donuts and hot chocolate. There has to be a moving piece, so that'll be the train. And then we have to incorporate a natural element, so that'll be the rocks. So I have this whole idea in my head, and we ordered a whole bunch of stuff on Amazon. And then I bought a bunch of stuff at Michael's today. So the stuff from Amazon's supposed to be here tomorrow. So I think on Sunday, I'm gonna go into the office on Sunday and start building. So I was assigned to do the actual like structure. So I have this whole idea in my head. I bought chicken wire to make the dome that comes up from the back. And then I bought cotton puffs, like filler from for like pillows and stuffed animals, to weave into the chicken wire so it looks like a big cotton dome, a big fluffy dome or snow. And then I'm gonna put I bought an Aurora Borealis light effect machine to put behind it, hidden, and hopefully that'll make it glow. So then I bought extra chicken wire to make the rock work, a bunch of paints to paint everything, and then our color scheme is like Aurora Borealis kind of colors. So think kind of poppy blues and greens and purples, and then some more pastel like highlight colors and lots of glitter and shimmer. So I'm gonna be working on that on Sunday. So I may set up the camera so I can show you guys working on it or show you guys me working on it at the office. We'll see. So yeah, got a little craft idea. I don't know what got into me. I'm usually just like, I'll just kind of sit in the background and you guys tell me what to do. But this year I was like, I have a vision of this snow globe kind of thing. Because usually everyone uses the entire table and makes this really spread out scene. And I was like, I kind of want to keep it all tight together and kind of in a condensed like dome and really pack a lot of detail into a smaller area. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Come on. So there's that. As far as diamond painting goes, last night I was able to get another section of Cognac Mesquite done, which took a while. And I stayed up late to finish a section of Fushimi Inari. So I'd say that one, I'd still say they're about the same percentage done. I got one section of each done. So slow going on that. Definitely not going to finish my Muka during Muka Mania. I've gotten like four or five sections done in like 2 weeks. So it's just not going to happen. But it's looking really good. It's just a lot. It's a lot to do. You want to go this way? Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on, Sniffy. So, did that. And then we were thinking of doing a friends get-together dinner and drinks either tonight or tomorrow, but a lot of people are traveling next week. So a couple people were like, well, we can make it work, but we're kind of busy packing and stuff, but we can try to sneak it in. I was like, no, I don't want anyone stressing or feeling rushed. Let's just wait till everyone gets back after Thanksgiving. So that's what we're gonna do. There's this new Italian place that has been all the all the buzz in Denver recently. So we're gonna try to get a table there. But yeah. Whew. Hapo, your dad's winded. Oh, whew. I took Apollo to the smaller off-leash dog park last night when I got home from the office, so it's pitch black. He's running around and wrestling with all these dogs, and I see his light bouncing around and flipping around because they're like wrestling and stuff. We get home, and as Apollo likes to do, he doesn't tell me if he's hurt, but he's laying on the bed while I'm diamond painting. He's licking his paw, and I look at it, and his little, not his dew claw, but the little pad, little toe pad that's kind of higher up on their legs, had like a chunk missing out of it. So I don't know if he ran into a rock or, I don't know, something happened. It's very minimal. So it had like a little bit of spotty blood when I pressed a paper towel against it. So I cleaned it, disinfected it, and wrapped it last night. And then today when he woke up, I took the sock off, took the wrapping off, sprayed it down again, and wrapped it again. So it's been wrapped all day, and it doesn't seem to be bothering him now. I think it's scabbed. So hopefully it's scabbed over enough for him to get a dog wash. So he just really needs his nails trimmed. It's been far too long. Come on, buddy. So yeah, that's what we've got going on there. And then as far as technology stuff goes, it's only been 2 days, I have some updates for you. So it looks like some US sellers, US resellers, were able to stock the action camera that I wanted, or at least are going to get it. I pre-ordered it, but I pre-ordered it from a company called BH Video. It's like a camera videography shop out of New York. It's like a huge like photography like superstore based in New York. Well, they have an online store. So I Googled the camera and that store popped up. I'm like, wait, that's a US store. And this price is the MSRP price. Like they're not doing like a crazy markup like they were trying to do on eBay. I was like, oh my gosh. So I go on there and I'm like, is this right? Are they really selling it? So I typed in my zip code to make sure I was set for US, and yeah, lo and behold, they apparently are gonna have it for sale. So I pre-ordered it. I don't know when it's coming, but I have it pre-ordered, and I'm like, there's a chance that it might get banned by the time they actually have it, have it coming or whatever, and they cancel all these orders. I don't know, but I've ordered it, so fingers crossed I'm actually able to get my hands on it. I was watching a whole bunch of videos on it today, and it looks really cool, especially the low light filming, like when I'm filming at night. From other people's reviews internationally, it looks incredible. And then it has I bought a lens that screws onto the front, and it's called a macro lens, so I can do, like when I have the camera faced towards me, so you can see my face, it'll do a little bit of bokeh where it's blurred in the back, but I'm in focus, which is really rare for an action camera to have that feature. So I'm excited. We'll see. And then the drones, I was just watching reviews of just drones in general. And then I went on Google, I think it was last night, and I was just Googling DJI News, just to see if there's any updates on the status. And DJI released an article telling people that their products will most likely be banned in a few weeks when this ban goes into effect. The US government has not made any plans to do the audit that they say is required or anything. So like, yeah, we'll probably no longer be able to sell new products in the US. And there's a good chance that the products that we do have in US in the US market currently will also be banned. Like any new sales, current new releases or current products, any new sales of these drones will be banned. So we highly encourage anyone who wants to get their hands on a DJI drone to try to make it happen in the next like 3 weeks. So I was like, oh my gosh. Then the article goes on to say that DJI is doing Black Friday deals on their US retailers, steep discounts if they have control over the pricing. So lo and behold, Amazon is doing some crazy discounts to clear out their stock before this ban goes into effect. Because otherwise, they're probably going to have to send them all back to DJI. So there's this drone that's been on my radar I knew of for quite some time. I just didn't know if it was right for me. And it's called the DJI Flip. And essentially, it's a full-size commercial drone, but the propellers flip down underneath it, so it's more pocket-sized. So, like with my current drone, how they're all fixed, these actually would fold underneath it, so it's like a little handheld. It's much bigger than this, but when it's all folded, it can get pretty small. So that drone came out, I think, about 10 months ago, like early last year, like February or March of this year. And so I knew of it, but it just looked kind of weird. Like the folding thing looked kind of weird, and I never really looked too much into it because I bought this one. So once I landed on this one, because it was so cheap or affordable, I didn't really do much research into it. And I thought if I ever upgrade to like one of the really fancy, expensive ones. Well, this Flip drone is on sale from $800 something down to $600 on the Black Friday sale, which it's the cheapest it's ever been anywhere. Not only does it come with the drone, but it comes with the remote controller that has a screen on it, and it's far superior to the one that I have with me right now. It's got a much better camera. The gimbal, you know, how the camera rotates up and down. The one that I have now can only go this way and that way. So I can only look up and I can only look down. It doesn't twist side to side. And the nice thing about being able to twist side to side is when the drone is shaking in the wind, the gimbal maintains its level, so you get much smoother, more cinematic looking footage that isn't shaky, and the quality is just way better. In addition to that, my current drone's range is about 160 feet away from me. That's as far as it can go. This drone, since it has the full setup and the remote control, can go up to, I think it said 6.2 miles away. Of course, that's limited by the battery capacity. So really, I could probably get reasonably with the battery about 3-ish miles away and have it come back without it running out of battery. But that's a huge difference between 150 feet and like 3 miles. So I'll be able to go from here like all the way across town if I wanted to, with this looking at the remote and the screen and everything. So I'll be able to do way cooler stuff with that drone, especially when we're up in the mountains and stuff, doing way more cinematic, like legitimate shots. It has much better sensors, so it's much less prone to like crashing and stuff. It's just a much higher quality drone. Like, it's out of the budget range, but because it's on sale, it was pretty much the same amount as I would have paid trying to get the upgraded version of this one that I have now off eBay and stuff. Like, pretty much the same price, but for a vastly superior drone with that remote controller, which will work on my current drone too. And it comes with extra batteries. It comes with an actual case, like a little over-the-shoulder bag to put everything in. It's just far better. And it still does all of the follow me stuff and like all the stuff this drone does, but like far better. So I'm super stoked. I bought it. I bought it. It'll get here tomorrow because it's in stock on Amazon, so it'll be here in the morning. But I was just like, you know, I don't want to get stuck with the one I currently have. I wanted to upgrade. But I don't think I'm quite ready to invest in like a super pricey one, like in excess of $1,000. So that's why I was telling you guys that Neo 2, the upgraded version of what I have, it's like that's kind of the one I want because it's the most budget drone. But because of this discount, it puts this much fancier one in the sub $1,000 price point that I was looking for, with that remote controller. Buying that remote controller by itself, a la carte right now is like $300. So it was just like too good of a deal to pass up. But yeah, being able to like launch it from here and go all the way up to the top of the mountain, standing here will just be so cool, and I'll be able to do a lot more fun stuff, especially if parks allow me to fly my drone. It's gonna be I think a game changer, and I'm so glad that I ran into that article, because I was kind of ready to give up and just wait and see how this whole legal thing shakes out. From what I'm hearing, they're not going to ban or make it illegal to use the products you currently have, and they can't really do that. The worst that they can do is ban all new sales of their products starting mid-December. So yeah, that's what's kind of going on there. So I got my new drone, and I think it's pretty future-proof. Like it records in 4K. It won't go up to 8K, but it records in 4K. It takes really, really good still photos. It's just, I think you'll notice once you see clips from that drone, which I might try to start playing with it tomorrow, you'll see I'm thinking it's going to be a huge difference in terms of how far I can fly and how good it looks. So I might even try to do some comparison shots too. We'll see. I don't want to turn this into like a drone footage channel or anything, but it's just an interest of mine, videography, all that stuff. So, and then once the new action camera comes in, I'll pretty much be set. I don't think I'll be upgrading too much more anytime soon, but just with this ban coming up, I kind of felt like if I can get my hands on these things, then at least I'll be set up for the next few years, you know. And with the new laptop, I think I've kind of fully upgraded. I'd love to invest in like a real point and shoot camera, like a Sony, but I'm gonna hold off on that. I'm hoping this new action camera, if I get it, with the macro lens and stuff, I can take some really great shots just with that and be just fine for quite some time. So anyway, let's go ahead and come on, buddy. Let's go ahead and dive into some comments, shall we? Yeah, his poor nails are clicking and clacking. I feel bad. They're too long, huh? That's what happens when your dad travels for several weeks and then gets sick. You don't get taken care of. Okay. What else? I shipped out all of my, all the people that had paid their invoices for the D-Stash. I had 3 more that paid, so I shipped those out this morning. And I had somebody yesterday finally, and thank you, fill out their claim form on Google Forms. And they had 4 kits. So I sent them their invoice, and they have until the 27th to get that taken care of, and then I'll ship that out. And that's everything. All that I have left is 2 kits that didn't sell, Plague Doctor and Christine. And then I have 1 person that never filled out the claim form, and I'm calling it, sorry. You're too late, Stacy. I'm sorry if you're listening to this. It's been coming up on 2 weeks, so yeah, so that one's just a miss, and that one was Forbidden Wonders from Dreamer Designs and Ivan Valikovic. But I'm going to message a couple people and see if they're interested in it so they can have dibs. But yeah, other than that, everything else is, as long as this last person that filled out the Google form pays their invoice, then I think that was a pretty successful little D-stash. So yeah. Good boy. Be careful with your nails. Be careful with those little nails. Oh. All right. Ready? Good boy. Windmills 15 says, thanks for sharing this information with us. What a talented artist. That was in regards to the life of Henry Clive from the Pinup Paint Along. Thank you. And Lori says, hey Anthony, following along. Glad you're home from your coaster trip. Hope you get back, or hope you get to feeling better soon. Yes, I'm back. I'm pretty much, I'd say I'm 95% back. Just some stomach stuff, but other than that, I'm good. Thank you. And Colette Mishka says, dude, I don't watch your content for Whippin' Chats. I'm almost 62 years old. I watch your content because I love your vlogs. I miss Colorado. I love actually watching your vlogs because I love how you process things out loud unapologetically, and I think we're alike, and I'd love to talk with you in an unfiltered space. Yeah, of course. After your last vlog, I was laughing, saying how my sweet doggy girly Anthony has new toys. That's funny. Yeah, I've got my new laptop, and I'll be getting my new drone tomorrow morning. And the new camera is pre-ordered. So yeah, hopefully that'll set me up for a while. I don't have to spend money on new gear for quite some time, but yeah, thank you. I'd like to view all comments. Thank you. Lisa says, I hope you're able to get the drone you want. With regulations changing all the time, maybe this restriction will be lifted soon. Yeah, if it does get lifted or changed so they can start selling in the US again, that's great. That just means that, you know, next time I decide I want to upgrade or something, then I don't have to go through the rigmarole. I'm just glad that I found this deal for something and am able to get a pretty significant upgrade prior to this all happening. So if it does stick, I'm not bummed that I'm not able to, you know, change things up. So yeah, thank you. And then Andrea Bennett says, I've had this kit for months. I love the image, but this is so big. I'm intimidated. I'm just not sure how to tackle this, where to start, how to do this. This is in regards to Starry Night from Vincent van Gogh. Yeah, it just depends on your setup. You know, if you have a big table to work with where you can lay it completely flat, great. If you have to like roll it up to where the row or two rows that you're working on and clip it, you can do that. And just take it section by section. I think that one does have the perforated sections, I think. So just take it section by section. Some people kit up just one bag of each color of drills as they need them, which will save some space in like storage containers. Otherwise, I have big enough art.storage containers that I kit everything up. So yeah, just try to tackle it in small chunks, and you do have to clear a decent sized space to actually work on something that big, or keep it rolled up. But yeah, just little small pieces at a time, you know. Let's go this way. And then Colette says, why is it strange to want a partner but have to explain to have to explain why. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know, I get those comments a lot, like, maybe you won't be single and placing for long, or like, my mom's always asking or making little comments like, well, maybe you'll find a guy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what if that's not at all what I want? So, yeah, but I get it. The other thing I noticed with that pop-up live, when I listened to it back a little bit, is the microphone that I was using was connected to my headphones, like my gaming headphones. And I don't think I've ever used it before. And it gave me like a lisp, or like sounded like I had my mouth full. I was just like, okay, sorry. Kids are out of school, and I think college kids for the School of Mines are also out of school. And I think this was their last day for holiday break, at least for some of them. So there's just a lot of kids and teens running around right now. So I keep stopping and starting. But anyway, Lee says, I knew the Yume painting you were talking about before you found it. It's gorgeous. I have hopes it'll be released on Black Friday or just sometime soon too. Yeah. I hope so. They just released this one that's this beautiful mermaid, and it might get me. I might end up ordering that. It might be too good of a Yume to pass up. I was like, this thing is stunning. It looks like it has a ton of 310 color blocking, but that's okay. That thing looks beautiful. So we'll see. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to snag it or not. Probably will. What else did I snag? Oh, I was on Tuesday after I did my pop-up live. I headed over to Elisa Maria Designs and hung out on her live stream. And then she was telling everyone to go to Ditsy's live stream because she was doing a shop spotlight with a shop owner from Mystical Diamond Designs or something like that. It's like MDD. Ready? Up. So I'm watching that live and listening to the shop owner, and I guess it's a shop that has had issues in the past, but this is a new owner. She's hoping to turn things around. It was just a really come on, up. It was just a really cool live to hear from a shop owner that's trying, a new shop owner that's trying to turn things around after taking ownership from a existing company and trying to fix it. And she just had a lot of really cool insights, and she was just really sweet and kind, and just seemed like she really was doing her best and trying to make it a successful business. So, it pulled on my little heartstrings. So I placed an order from them. So I'll definitely share my experience with you all. I'm not sure if I'm gonna unbox it right away and immediately put that unboxing up before I actually work on it, or if I'll film the unboxing and just save it until I actually work on it. That way, if I do run into anything, I can try to make it work, or try to reach out to her or something. I don't know. I've talked about this so many times that I go back and forth on, should I just give it to you straight and not even worry about engaging with the shop owner or wait or anything like that. But I'm not gonna talk about, I'm gonna film the unboxing, then start working on it, and then see where we go. Because I worry that if I do the unboxing, I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks so good, and the rendering looks good, and it all looks good based on the unboxing, and then I start on it and I'm like, ooh, this is not what I was expecting. I worry that people ran out already and were like, ooh, I'll go buy one too. And it's like, I'm just gonna wait till I actually work on it. But the shop, there's a different shop owner or someone that's part of the business too. I think her name was Patty. She was in the chat and she was like, oh, we'd love to work together, or let's talk. So I need to message them and see if they want to do any sort of shop spotlight or something. But again, I'm gonna try to work on it first at some point. But yeah. Artemis says, I'm so freaking proud of you. It's hard to put aside what's comfortable or expected and follow a dream. And I'm overjoyed you found your people. We only get one life, and I'm truly glad you are not letting it pass you by. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah. Those trips were so much fun. I had such a blast. I want to do more next year. Definitely going to be doing a lot more next year. But yeah, it's been great. It's been great. Thank you. Avery says, wow, that roller coaster sounds crazy. I bet it was super exhilarating. Congratulations on riding it 13 times. Thank you. Yeah, it was, oh, what a blast that trip was. Then we have Dana. Says, question, could you buy this gear when you go to Europe next year and bring it back or mail it back? It's a bummer you can have it now, but I foresee people going to other countries and bringing it back, like Mexico. Just wondering. Yeah, I don't know about the mailing part of it because, well, I don't know about mailing it or bringing it back in my own luggage because of customs. So if they scan my luggage or whatever and see a drone in there, they might investigate. And if it's on that list of not approved companies or whatever, then I don't think I can bring it back. I don't know, because I would assume I could bring one that I've already purchased to and from Europe. That's a good question. I don't know. Mexico or Canada would probably be an easier way because I can just pop it in my car, and unless they're like searching my entire car for a drone or something, then I doubt it would be a problem. But I think certainly the shipping of it would probably be an issue. But yeah, maybe I'd have to claim it on the customs form going into Europe that I have a drone in my checked bag or whatever. That way I don't get in trouble leaving with it. But I don't know if I didn't claim it. I don't know. I'm not sure how all that stuff works. But I'm sure I could figure it out. The Canada or Mexico seems more reasonable than flying. But I'm hoping for now, for the next couple year or so, I don't have to worry about it because I was able to get my hands on one that'll be here tomorrow that seems pretty great. So we shall see. But we're at 1% battery. Let me swap the battery. Hold on. Okie dokie. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how all those regulations work, if you go and buy it yourself and try to bring it back, or I don't know. It's this weird gray area right now. So, yeah. Diamond Painting Dude says, how much do you want for your computer? My Chromebook won't update anymore. I don't know. That's a good question. I have been still using the old one. Well, I guess not really. I used it because I had all my logins and stuff saved for like pirate ship and stuff. So I've still been using it for the shipping out this D-Stash stuff and like printing the labels. But once that's all done, I guess I don't have a true need to have the second laptop. I'll think about it and I'll message you or email me, I guess, and we can email back and forth about it. But I wasn't really planning on selling it. But I guess I'll think about it for sure. Thank you. And Melissa Maria says, hi Apollo. Miss walks with Apollo listening while I'm diamond painting this morning. Thank you and Mia for popping in last night. What a nice surprise, and everyone was excited to see you both. Have a good day, week, all that good stuff. You too, thank you. It was great popping in. I'm usually like on a Tuesday, just diamond painting or doing other, like not checking on lives and stuff. And I'm like, maybe I should start setting calendar reminders to pop in and see some folks, because I'm so bad about that. But yeah, it was good to see you over on my live as well. That was awesome. So yeah. Vaughn says, of course, I'd love to help out any kit, anytime, no charge. He wouldn't love working on a painting they didn't have to buy. Well, I would definitely compensate you for sure. If I ever decide I want some help on a kit that just isn't speaking to me, but I do want it finished. Speaking of having someone do something, so we had our HR meet HR in like the main lobby of our building. So every quarter, a different department from the company comes down to the lobby and sets up tables and has little snacks and prizes, and they just talk about what they do in their department and answer questions and try to share new information with people. And so it was HR's turn. So we did that yesterday. And our CEO comes down to check things out. And he was just like chit-chatting, and he's like, oh, I saw your entry for the art fair that we did during our harvest festival. That was really cool. And my boss's boss, the chief, is standing there, and she's like, well, have you gone in to see all of Anthony's artwork in the HR office? He's like, no, I keep meaning to, but I haven't done it yet. She's like, well, do you have a couple minutes? Anthony, take him over there. And I'm like, okay. So I'm all nervous because it's like the CEO of the company. He and I walk over to HR, and I'm showing him around. He's like, oh, these are so cool. And our boss comes with us. And she's like, I think you'd really like this one. She comes around and shows him the Gustav Klimt that I did a couple years ago was that 3 years ago for Summer with the Masters? It's that Diamond Dots Klimt that I did the enhancements on. He's like, oh my gosh, I love Klimt. And I guess he collects some art. And so he's kind of in the know with like some of the old masters. And I was like, well, yeah, I've done this Klimt. I have another one in my garage that I'm about to work on. He's like, would you be willing to do one for the 6th floor which is like the executive floor? And I'm like, yeah, what do you want to do? And he's like, well, I think my favorite Klimt is the Kiss. And I was like, oh, yeah, there's several diamond painting companies that have the Kiss. He's like, if you do that for me, I will pay for the kit and I will compensate you for doing it. I was like, serious? He's like, yeah, that would be so cool if we could get some artwork and we'll get it framed and we'll put it up on the 6th floor. I was like, okay. So I think I'm gonna wait for Black Friday in hopes that Diamond Dots has a Black Friday sale, and I'm gonna get their version of the Kiss, which is one of their like master class kits. So it's got all the different specialty drills and mini diamonds. I've never done one before. And not for no other reason that it looks like it has the most detail and it has all the specialty enhancement diamonds and stuff. It's pricey. I think it's $199. But that is expensive, but if he's gonna pay for it, and I'm not too concerned that it comes in like the fancy box and all that stuff. Like, I'm not too concerned about that. I'm more interested because of the specialty drills and all the extras it comes with, because then I won't have to buy enhancements. So I'm probably gonna get the Kiss and make that a project that I work on sooner than later, so I can get it to him. So yeah, we'll see how that's all gonna shake out, because I think I'm gonna have to make that my next round drill kit after Fushimi Inari and continue to push back my Dueling Dragons project. Oh yay, they're not doing construction up here. We can go up here and set the drone off. So yeah, we'll see. I'm hoping that Diamond Dots does some kind of hot deal on those masterclass kits, but if not, I'll just buy it straight up and then just tell them how much it was. So Anyway, DB Bunny says, glad you're feeling much better. You were definitely very clear about the form and the whole process. Maybe that person got caught up in auction fever, but regardless, they and the no pay people should at least let you know if there was an issue. Congrats, Casey. Happy shopping. Yeah, one person figured it out, which I'm very thankful for. So now we just had one single kit that was bidded on that never got claimed, which is probably not that bad of a success rate. Come on, buddy. Come on. Let's keep walking. Mr. Savage Beat says, well, since you didn't get to film it all, you can now have an excuse for going back sooner than you planned. I think that's for, King's Dominion. Absolutely. I'll be going back. I'd love to go there every year if I could. We'll see. But yeah, that was awesome. Come on. Keep it moving, little butt. Trin gives some heart emojis. And Doretta says, wow, Anthony, I'm so happy for you that you've made these connections with your flight. Made those connections with your flight and your new friends. Yeah, it was a hectic day, but I got it to work. Got it to work. Yeah, thank you. And Mia has a long comment. Let me get to the top of this hill. Whew. Appo. Okay, this is fine. Hey, love. So happy you're finally feeling better. This has been a rough one. Not sure that someone at the gallery thing got you. It might have been from the trip instead. A virus needs more than 12 hours to show itself. Yeah, it could have been. Unless we speak one of those horrible unaliving ones from Africa. Yeah. There's a reason to wait a bit to go to Riyadh. It will give the park some time to sort out any beginner troubles they'll face, and hopefully it'll all be perfect for you. Also be mindful of Ramadan. Pretty sure they are more strict for non-Muslims there. Not that I know for sure, but just be mindful of that. Wondered who didn't fill out the form. We were very clear about it and mentioned it again and again doing the lives. Okay, love, I'll go back to my Mooka and maybe listen to some music. Let's chat soon again. Love you. Love you too. And yeah, I gotta just be mindful of it, but you're right. Waiting until they kind of have it all figured out. And the more I thought about it, I'd love to be one of the first people, but I do want to wait until their water park is done. It looks incredible. And I want to wait till their hotel's open. So it might not even be next year. We'll see how long it takes for the rest of the phases to open. But if I'm going to go, I want to go for a week. And I don't think, while that park will have plenty to do, I don't think just that one single theme park will keep me busy for an entire week. But if there's a water park and some of the other things that they're trying to open on this big resort, then I can spend a week. And if I can stay there on property, then that would be ideal. So yeah, we'll see. There's already talks of people on the Instagram group that I belong to of like, we're gonna go in January, we're gonna go in April. So I may get peer pressured into doing a earlier than I was thinking trip if there's gonna be a group of us, but it would be nice to wait until it's like 100%. So yeah. Vicky says, I got the shivers hearing about all those bugs. Glad it worked out. Yeah, that Airbnb was nasty. Barb says, hi, Anthony. Glad your health is improving. Looking forward to the first Mooka live or video later this month. Yeah. Yeah, I might do a, well, we're going to do the live streams, but I've been getting closer and closer to filming a whip and chat. I actually set up the camera last night and the laptop. I was like, let me respond to some comments during a whip and chat. I got it all set up. I was like, well, let me have a little dinner or something, take Apollo out for one last little stroll after we got back from the dog park. And this is, again, before I realized that his paw was hurting. Let me take him for a quick stroll. let me eat some food. So I did those things. So I set up the camera and stuff before that. Then after I had dinner and walked Apollo around the block, I was like, I don't feel like it anymore. So I took the camera down. It's like, I just want to diamond paint. So I took the camera down, started diamond painting, and then Apollo hopped up on the bed, and that's when I noticed him licking his paw or his leg. But I will try to do it. And so anyway, all of that's to say that obviously I'll be probably working on my Muka during that. So could be considered Muka related. But yeah. Bambi says, you made my skin crawl talking about that filthy motel. Be careful, that could have been bed bugs. It was not. They were too big to be bed bugs. And they were like in the bathroom too. I don't know what they were, but I've seen what bed bugs look like, and these were not them. They were something else, but still awful. Casey, that's me, says, I understood the assignment. I can't thank you enough. I hope you know how special you are to me. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hope you get a fun kit, or that puts money towards a fun kit for Black Friday. I'm really excited to see what they release. Everyone send positive vibes that my Yume's there, please. Please, Diamond Art Club, release that Ivy. Then Yvette says, wow, congratulations on your channel. I have loved watching all your content, but the funniest ones are when you do your impressions. They do make me laugh, along with the more sensitive ones where speaking from your heart. You are truly wholesome person. Keep it up. Oh, thank you. I hope I am. I try to be. Not all the time. I am a sassy, sarcastic person as well, and I have a dark, morbid sense of humor a lot of times, but it's never, yeah, it's all in good fun. Thank you. Lay says, it's actually a fairly common occurrence with the mix-up of airports in DC. It's a rite of passage. I just moved back to Virginia and we'll need to go check out that coaster at King's Dominion next year. Sounds fun. Yeah, it's called Pantherian. It used to be called Intimidator 305, and it opened in 2010. So it spent the past 14 years as I-305, but when their license expired, or their licensing rights expired with the Dale Earnhardt family or estate, because that's what it was inspired by. He was known as the Intimidator. They had to switch it. And it makes sense because the area that it's in is called Jungle Expedition. So they had these roller coasters that they had rethemed to be jungle themed, like Rapterra and Reptilian and Tumbili, which is supposed to be like based off of like a monkey habitat. And then you walk through there and then all of a sudden it's all, what is that called? That racing? Not drag racing. What is it called? Where they go in the circle? Dale Earnhardt, he was a something driver. I don't know what that sport is called or that racing is called. Not Formula One. Anyway, so it was all themed like that. Like the pathway was checkerboarded concrete and stuff. So it was kind of out of place for the longest time. So once their licensing expired, they just switched it to Pantherian, so it's panther themed. Why can't I think of what that's called? It's not derby racing. He was a, I don't know. I'm gonna have to Google it because that's gonna bother me. Hold on. Dale Earnhardt. He was a NASCAR. It's called NASCAR. That's right. That's right. Okay. Thank you for the comment. I'm going to pause you right quick so I can get a couple of little drone shots, and then I'll be back. 1 second. Okie dokie. That was not super successful. I think I completely forgot about this the Neo drone because I don't often use it in evening or after sundown or dusk. Is it hates dealing with low light. It just like starts to kind of lose a sense of where it is, and I'm flying it, and then it's like max flight distance reach, and it's like literally 10 feet in front of me, but it just like it starts to get wonky once it gets even this dark, which is like not that dark, but it kind of needs that direct sunlight to kind of get its bearings, I think, because the sensors are so weak on it. So I don't know if I'll include any of that. It was just kind of a bit of a mess. So I'm curious. I didn't do a lot of research on how the flip does in lower light conditions, so I'm going to have to look that up. But its sensors are much more robust. So anyway, we're going to flip around, head back to the house, and I'll answer a few more comments. I want to get, there's a ramen place here in town called Nosu that has a happy hour from 5 to 6 that I'd like to take advantage of because I have some credit at that restaurant from this little app that I use. So I want to take advantage of their happy hour because they have half off. Plus, if I use my credits, I won't be paying for it anyway, but I'll be able to get a lot more little appetizers. So I'm like, I might just do a little appetizer dinner and get some diamond painting done tonight and hang out. So anyway, let's get back to, and I've got to upload this video. So let's get back to some comments. Yeah, I don't know if I'll include any drone shots because it was a little bit of a mess in low light. So anyway, Artemis says, haven't even started the replay and already laughing at the title. LMAO, your description of the dog sounds like Lil Bestie. We have since taught her to call them interesting. Sweating at your Apollo compliments PTSD. Yeah. Avery says, yay, congratulations on the new computer. You did one. Your old one lasted a long time, but it definitely needed an upgrade. Yeah, for sure. I'm so glad that that live stream that I did on Tuesday worked out a lot better. So Von Kaiser says, I'm so glad you're better. Your self-sacrifice was above and beyond this week, and I appreciate you. Also, I have started Christmas Treehouse. Oh, yay, yay. That's awesome. You'll have to send me a progress photo. And Colette says, oh, hell no on that Airbnb. On the bright side, at least you had the resources to pivot plans. It's always an adventure, huh? You're a brave soul to get on a coaster that kept going down for maintenance, but it definitely sounds like it was worth it. Headed over to Coaster Pursuit for more details. Have a great week ahead. Smooches to Apollo. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, when they go down like that, it can be things like they're so sensitive to any little thing. And because, you know, it's people, you know, they have to, you know, safety is of the utmost importance. So if there's a sensor triggered, even if it's due to wind or anything like that, then they have to call in call in one of the maintenance techs to reset it, make sure it's 100% good to go. So I don't know why it was having those issues during the day. It would kind of go down, but then at night it was just cranking, rocking and rolling. So it's not, I guess I don't want to say it's typical, but it's not of concern to me, you know. So yeah. Thank you for the comment. Mia says, hey love. Well, that trip sounds like it was a lot. It almost stressed me out to listen to your retelling it. You absolutely need some downtime after that. No wonder you got sick, all of that, and then the stress of getting ready for D-Stash, your body was overworked and clearly needed to relax. Maybe that was just it. The D-Stash lives were fun, though. I had a lot of fun, and I hope all your subs did, too. We're coming into a week where we'll just be above or under freezing temperatures, so I think I might just hibernate or stay inside. Ooh. Yeah, it hasn't, I mean, it is cold right now, but we haven't gotten to full-on winter yet. It's actually been a pretty uncommonly warm November here in Colorado thus far, which has been kind of weird. But yeah, hold on. Only tomorrow I have to leave the house because we're having Rosa. She's going to dance gymnastics. Oh, yeah, stay warm. Might need a lot of hot tea or something for that. Lots of hugs for both you and Apollo. Oh, thank you, and you too. Lisa says, hi, Anthony. Nice to hear you're on the mend. Thank you. And Doretta says, hi, Anthony. I attempted to fill out the form for the canvas I got in the second auction, but it won't allow me to. So what do? I did fill out for the first auction on Friday. We got that taken care of, Doretta, and you did get your kits. I know you. So I feel so bad because Doretta got a kit, and when she opened it and unboxed it, one of the packs of drills was open in there, and I don't know if that's from Diamond Art Club or if I accidentally like nicked the bag during my unboxing. I'm not sure, but one way or another we'll get it figured out for her. So yeah. And Jill Nelson says, what a fun way to do a D-Stash. Hope to make the next one if there is another. I hope not. I hope that's the last one I ever do. But if for some reason I do, I will announce it. But I'm hoping that's that. Barb says, thanks. Trin gives some heart emojis. Sumiri says, Dune's owners sound irresponsible, to be honest. Well, hold on. Let's finish. You've gone above and beyond in dog sitting him and attempting to train him better. Good for you for that. Yeah, I mean, if they're able to deal with him, then that's fine. And he's never been so aggressive that I think he's like gonna attack or anything like that. He just plays he just gets a little too rough for my liking. But if they're confident that he's like he's not a dangerous dog, which I don't think he is, and they can work with it fine. But it's just a matter if, others are gonna want to if they dog sit, so I don't know. I mean, Apollo's always sniffing and making me pull him along a lot of times, so I could see some people not loving that. So it's just, I don't know. I love Dune too much to not want to take care of him and stuff, but I definitely need to hold off. I guess the only thing is the whole cats situation, but they don't have cats, so it's not an issue for them, so yeah. Lisa says, oh, thank you for the comment. Lisa says, love this, Anthony. It came out so beautiful. I only do Jaded Gem Shop and Diamond Art Club thanks to you, LOL, but I'd rather pay for quality and know I'm getting a high-end experience than waste my monies. Yeah, for sure. For sure. My mom's actually going to be taking Tropicana. I sent a picture of it to her, and she's like, bring that to me for Thanksgiving. So she's going to have Tropicana now. And then, yeah. I mean, I'm not 100% opposed to trying new shops. Like I said, I just gave that mystical whatever shop a try. Diamond Designs. I just forget the name. But yeah, I'm going to give them a try. But I'm going to approach it with caution and not get excited early. I'm going to start working on it, see how I feel, and then I'll report back. And if the shop asks for feedback, I'm fine to do that too. It's just tough, And I even said as much during the chat with the shop owner. I was like, I've been burned too many times that I'm normally very hesitant to step outside my comfort zone at all. But you're making a good case for yourself, and she seemed very nice. So I was like, you know what? Let's see how this goes. Let's see how it goes. So yeah, maybe I'll end up loving it. Come on. Thank you. PDX Mom says, hope it goes well with your landlord. As someone who is allergic to cats and most dogs, I can tell as soon as I walk into a room if there are animals I'm allergic to. My lungs constrict right away. Apollo, let's just stay on one side. You're a good friend to jump through so many hoops to accommodate. Not meant for an apartment dog. Trying not to sound so judgy, but truly sending my support vibes your way. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, he needs a big space, and they're trying. I mean, the reason well, I don't want to get into their business, but they are trying to get a house or something with more space. I'll just say that. So, um, but yeah, certainly having him and Apollo in there, I was like, ooh, yes is a lot. Thank you for the comment. We've got Bambi saying this turned out great. This is all in regards to Tropicana, by the way. I've done a couple of computer rendered projects and have no desire ever to ever do another. In fact, I'm doing a spooky one now that I had to stop and put aside. Meanwhile, I've done 3 DAC kits and working on my 4th. Just can't stand the slow pace of hybrid pieces. Yeah, it's not everyone's cup of tea. It's not everyone's cup of tea. And I struggle with projects that are moving at a slow pace. I think it's worth it in terms of like the detail and stuff. But if you're fine with how hand-charted, more blocky stuff looks at the end of the day, then it's all just personal preference. But I'll do it. I'm just in my era right now of preferring a hand-rendered project over a hybrid or a fully computer charted because, just like you said, of the pacing. Yeah, working on Cognac Biscuit and taking, 2+ hours to get a single 10 by 10 section done is like, whew, my goodness. And just constantly switching colors, constantly switching DMCs is taxing, but I know it's gonna look so good. And it looks good so far. So it's gonna be worth it. I have to balance. I can't do that 100% of the time, which just means they're gonna take even longer to get done. But it's okay, I'm fine having a multi-month, multi-year project sitting around as long as I like it. Apollo, come on. As long as I like it. So yeah, thank you. And Michelle Calendar says, beautiful, thank you. And Elnora Luisa says, I'm doing Primrose from DAC. I haven't started it yet as I just received it a few weeks ago and was trying to finish my Drills and Chills painting. Nice. Well, hopefully you've been able to get going on it. And no, you don't need that. You don't need that. Artemis says, congrats, Casey. I love how you confirm winners. Reminds me of Peppa Pig's Secret Club. Glad you're feeling better, but dang, that sounds like a rough week. I don't know what Peppa Pig's Secret Club is, but sure. I think I know what Peppa Pig is. Isn't that like a kid's show or a cartoon or something? I think. Pretty sure. That's funny. Thank you. And Vaughn says, let's go this way. Vaughn says, how can you have the courage to get on a coaster that is being constantly shut down for maintenance? It wasn't, it did happen pretty frequently while I was there, but yeah, it's just the nature of the game, Like I said, they're not going to be like, oh, well, we'll just let them get back on it even though they probably could die. Like, it's usually, honestly, it's usually like, let's say, because down for maintenance can mean so many things. What if someone puked? Then they're going to shut it down while it's being cleaned up and stuff. If it's tripping a sensor or something on the ride, maybe due to high wind or something like that, then it could be down while they go in and reset it and test it to make sure that it's good to go as the winds calm down. Or weather related. Can also be temperature related. Sometimes they have to shut things down because it's too cold for it to run. Because the colder it is, usually the slower the wheels and everything are moving. So it could have been the fact that it was too cold in the morning. Like, there's so many different things. It could be, it gets into the station and one of the, it has a whole bunch of sensors on the bottom. Like, there's so many electronic components and stuff too, that even if one of them tripped or failed, it doesn't mean the ride's suddenly unsafe, but it has to be at 100% before it can accept passengers. So even if it's something really minor, they have to fix it. It has to get fixed. So yeah. I don't know. I don't see that as like, they just call it downtime. Downtime. There's other times too where let's say it gets busier throughout the day. So they're like, okay, we want to add another train onto this roller coaster to increase capacity. So we have to move it from the storage area onto the track, and they do like a track switch. That could be down for maintenance. So it doesn't mean that it's like, oh, so, something's broken on it that would kill you. We've got to quickly patch that up. Like, I don't know. Don't worry, it's fine. It's fine. It wouldn't be running if it wasn't safe to ride. So, yeah, I'm not at all worried. Ron says, is TikTok still around? Didn't they ban that? Probably the drone stuff will blow over too. No, TikTok's still around. That ban was in effect, I think, for like half a day or something. So, yeah. Hopefully this drone stuff blows over too, but I got something that I think will work. We'll find out tomorrow. I could always return it if I'm like, I'd rather return it and wait for something else, or wait for this whole rigmarole to get figured out. Avery says, this one came out so beautifully. Great job. Thank you. Trin gave some heart emojis to the live auction. Doretta says, hi, Anthony. I always enjoy your videos, but I must say that place you stayed at gave me horror movie vibes, you being there alone and all, but the views there were breathtaking. Sorry Dune is giving Apollo a difficult time, but don't dogs, like other animals, try to establish dominance? I think so, but I don't know if that's what he's doing. I think he just he thinks he's playing, but he just plays so rough. I don't even know if it's a dominance thing. I don't know. I mean, it might be. Hold on. Okay. They're stopping. Okay. Up. Yeah, it might be. You might be right. Hold on, I've got to let Apollo do his jump real quick, and then we'll do like a couple more comments. Okay. Ay. Your paw's supposed to be hurt, sir. It's not gonna stop him. Come on. We'll see if he's licking at it tonight, and if I need to wrap it again, but I'm pretty sure it's scabbed over. Little baby. I have some like paw pad cream to moisturize his paw pads, and I think I need to start using that more because they did look a little dry and crusty. So he just walks so much, and running around in the dirt in the fields and stuff tears them up a little bit. So anyway, Mia says, hold on. Mia says, let's cross the street safely and not look at our phones. Okay. And go. Okay. Mia says, hey, love. First, those lives are going to be so much fun. We do, however, need to make a game plan so I know precisely what to do. About Dune, you have to tell them also about how he treated Apollo and Theo. They do know about Theo. I mean, that's the whole reason I was staying at their apartment, is because of how he was behaving around Theo. So they are aware. What has changed is really that they don't train him and set firm boundaries for him. I'm scared that one day he'll hurt another dog or, God forbid, a human. Let's go this way. They have to act now if he's to have a chance. Love the area you walked around in first part of the video. It looked very peaceful. Sending lots of love to you and Apollo. Yeah, for sure. It's not like they don't know, because Apollo's not the only dog that Dune interacts with. They go to dog parks and stuff. And Brandon's told me as much, like, oh, there's a couple dogs at this dog park or a couple dog owners that have commented on, like, him playing too rough. So they're not oblivious to it. It's not like they don't see it. so I don't think I need to be the one to be like, hey, we need to have a heart to heart about your dog. Like, they live with Dune every day. They take Dune out to socialize. Like, they see it just as much as I see it. He pulls just as hard as he pulls with me with them. And it's up to them to make the call. So, I mean, I get where everyone's coming from, but I don't feel like I have some sort of obligation to like have a heart to heart with them. They see it every single day. The ball's, it's their dog, the ball's in their court, you know? And it's a matter, I think for me, it's a matter of, do I want to watch a dog like that? And I think the answer is no. Yeah, yeah. They're not blind to how their dog behaves. So they've just got to figure that out. But anyway, Lisa says, hi, Anthony. I look forward to the Christmas premieres each year. Hope to see yours there. Yeah, I hope so too. I filled out the form. I need to get on that Christmas premieres chat and check in. I don't have notifications turned on Facebook Messenger because I don't, to be honest, I had deleted it, Facebook and Facebook Messenger, but I re-downloaded it, Facebook, because of was it the May Flowers event that me and I did? I wanted to take a peek at people's progress, and it was on her Facebook group. So I think that's when I re-downloaded it, was back in May. And then I re-downloaded Messenger because I wanted to check in on the Christmas premieres. But I turned notifications off because I don't know. I'm not a Facebook person. I don't like it. So yeah, I need to go in and actually open the app and click on it to see if there's been more chat about it, like if a schedule's been released. So I'll do that tonight. But anyway, we're back home. I'm gonna let you go. Thanks for coming along, and hopefully on the next vlog you'll see some fun new drone footage. But don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of it. Happy placing, and we'll see you next time. Bye. 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 Bye.